Welcome to our channel Learn with Swayam. Welcome to the teachers, to the students, to the society, at the same time to the parents of child with special need. Yes, our today's topic is facilities provided by RMSA means Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan for CWSN means for the child with special needs. I am Professor Sushma Nangude, would like to introduce the facilities provided by RMSA to the child with special need with our today's audio. First of all, let me take a breath. Yes, really, I'm blank here because the topic is sensitive and at the same time it is important to understand because these children are child with special needs. They are differently able and that's why they are unique, and our government is doing good for them, and at the same time our government is trying to provide the facilities for these kind of children. But at the same time our government is trying to include these students, these children in the common normal school, and really it is very difficult for them. Their daily routine is difficult, but they want to live with us, and that's why objective of Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan RMSA's first and the foremost objective is the scheme covers all the children studying at the secondary stage in the government aided schools with one or more disabilities as defined under the Person with Disability Act PWD Act 1995 and the National Trust Act NTA Act 1999 for the classes 9th to 12th. So here we'll start with our presentation facilities provided by Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan to child with special needs under the Quality Enhancement Program. If you observe, UNESCO had given foremost motto to all the world as we all are global citizens and each and every child needs to be educated. So education for all is a global movement led by UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and the Cultural Organization. Even if you observe the next picture, I'd like to throw the light on the chair or on the bicycle where that girl is riding the bicycle, whereas that boy is on the wheelchair. But they both are brothers and sister, and see the sensitivity of the child, of the girl towards her brother, and that's why she invented the bicycle attached with the wheelchair. Thus, the story is heartwarming example from the Maharashtra district Pune and from Baramati Taluka. The story of Mayuri and the Nikhil Popat Yadav throws light of the sensitivity of the topic and what government is providing for these kind of children. So here we'd like to see the background of inclusive education of the disabled children at the secondary stage in India. Here secondary stage means at the secondary level from standard 9 to standard 12. The scheme of the inclusive education for disabled at secondary stage IEDSS has been launched from the year 2009 to 2010, and under that inclusive education scheme Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan RMSA from 2013 is running the quality enhancement program, and that particular program aimed at to enable all students with disabilities to pursue further 4 years of secondary schooling after completing 8 years of elementary schooling in an inclusive and enabling environment. Means after 7th standard or after 8th standard, these students should continue their education, and that's why RMSA introduced the scheme of quality enhancement program, and through that scheme, under that scheme, they provide facilities to the children. But first of all, here the prime objective of the scheme is government want to gain support from the stakeholders of education. Who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are teacher, student, society, even the parents and the administrative scenario of the particular educational system. Hence, these stakeholders need supports, and that support for engagement of special teachers. Special teachers should be recruited for these kind of students, and at the same time equipping resource room support for the orientation of parents, orientation of administrator, and the orientation of educationist. So here, if special teachers will be recruited, after that orientation should be given to the parents how to deal with these kind of students. At the same time, what facilities will be provided by government, and at the same time orientation for the administrator is also necessary to follow these facilities, and the educationist will be oriented to guide the society how we are going to support CWSN. Here ISDSS means Inclusive Secondary Education for Disabled at secondary stage. So ISDSS program is important, and for that at secondary level the ministry is implementing the scheme of inclusive education for disabled at the secondary stage, and their objective is all the students with disabilities an opportunity to complete 4 years of secondary schooling, class 9th to class 12th, in an inclusive and enabling environment under ISEDSS. The component of the central assistance is provided for student oriented education. Here we have to understand the foremost topic is that inclusion means inclusion of CWSN in the normal school with the normal child, and that's why class teacher, subject teachers and the school authorities should be very alert, and they have to deal with students with utmost care. But under inclusive school, which kind of children are included in the scheme? So to receive special focus to help them gain access to secondary school, as also to information and guidance for developing their potentials, setting up to model inclusive schools in every state, and that school should be include blind students, low vision students, at the same time hearing impaired child, speech impaired child, learning disabled child, and the child with locomotor disability. In some cases, we have to include mental retarded child and the mentally ill child, but these remaining 2 criteria are generally not included. In the normal school, most of the time parents prefer to send them different school, but child with a low vision, hearing impaired child, at the same time speech impaired child, learning disabled child, and the child with the locomotor disabilities can include themselves in the normal school. So it is our duty to make them suitable the environment of the class and even the school. Components under the scheme, and under that scheme what government is going to provide is the student oriented components such as medical and educational assessment. Secondly, books and stationery will be provided. At the same time, uniforms, transport allowances, reader allowance, stipend for girls, support services, assistive devices, boarding and lodging for facility, therapeutic services, teaching learning materials. And the other components include appointment of a special teacher, allowances for the general teacher for teaching, such as children, teacher training, orientation of the school administrators, and the establishment of resource room, providing barrier-free environment. So here the most important point is barrier-free environment for CWSN child, and it will be provided by the government. The school education and the sport department of the state provides statistical chart of child with special need and the facilities provided by state government to implement the scheme on the Saral online system. We can easily access the Saral online system and we can get the details of the particular quality enhancement program. And the implementing agency, that particular implementing agency belongs to the school education department of the state government or the union territory administrations. So each and every state is having these type of portals with them, and through that portal we can easily access the facilities which are easily available. But if the facilities are available, then what is the need of the particular video? If we go through the chart, we'll easily understand that above mentioned 10 types of child with special need is supported with various inclusive facilities, tools, kits to integrate special child in the mainstream education. Mainstream education means in the regular schooling. But what is the duty of the class teacher or what is the duty of the school office? Because many parents are totally unaware about the facilities, and in some cases teachers as well as the administrative authorities are also unaware about the facilities provided by the government. So this video provides or throw light on these type of facility, how to access that facilities and how to fill or how to submit the required forms to the particular officials. So first of all, duty of the class teacher is to fill the class-wise CWSN form, to select and submit the form of special child with utmost care and affection, to keep proper contact with the child's parents under the able guidance of principal and supervisor. Because see here, most of the time parents are sensitive and they are not ready to listen, and this happens most of the time with the child with the learning disability, because parents are not ready to accept that their child is learning disabled. So here the class teacher's duty is that she have to talk to the child's parents with sincerity and with utmost care, and through that they will be able to fill the form with the support of parents. And then what is the duty of the school office? To sum up the total number of CWSN students of the whole school. After that, school office should provide school-wise list to the government officials, and after that to take follow-up online, and if needed offline follow-on should be taken by the school office. In reality, if you observe CWSN chart filled by the class teacher at the root level, see what difficulties may occur. Very few teachers are trained how to use these facilities to make our class inclusive. That is the main point, that teachers should be well aware about the training or the facilities to be used in the class. And next important point is, in regular school, teachers have no idea of how to use inclusive facilities, kits and the tools, and most of the time they may have less time. So even most of the teachers are unable to tell what kind of aid will provide helpful or will prove helpful to particular special child. So to know the exact tool, to know the exact facility and to know the apt inclusive guidance is the root need of the facilities and the root need of this video also. So objective of this video is need of contracted, precise and the scientific information of facilities provided by government to child with special need. So if you observe that this video is providing bird-eye view of the basic knowledge of the facilities, tools and the kits to boost confidence of the teacher to demand facilities from the government without hesitation, and to boost that type of confidence what we need, that need of perfect knowledge or the scientific knowledge of the kits provided by the government, of the tools provided by the government, at the same time facilities provided by the government. And these facilities are wide in range, so our video session will take at least 3 to 4 parts to complete each and every facility. To present the contracted and the precise scientific information of the facilities provided by the government, it will serve as the compact information of the various tool at one click. Indirectly, this video will indirectly help you to find how we are going to use that kind of facilities. And so it is the need of the hour to provide to contracted precise scientific information of facilities provided by the government. So in our next part, we are going to see what kind of facilities these are. Contribution of the video is it saves time. Vast and lengthy information of inclusive kits and facilities are easily available on the internet to read, but lengthy and descriptive information may waste time. To search it separately will become a time consuming and the rigorous task, because at least 16 to 17 disabilities are there and the various modes or the various facilities are available on the internet. So video will give you the compact information. At the same time, it gives information of inclusive tools, its usage and how to use these tools in the class, and it will help you understand the basics of inclusion, to include each and every child in the class. So it will also help you to serve as an usage guide at the school level, to serve as an usage guide at the teacher education colleges, and it may useful to the parents, society, NGOs working for CWSN, and even to the social workers. The video will prove helpful, and no doubt our secondary teachers are going to utilize the same video, and in the next session after COVID-19 will definitely grab the facilities which government is ready to provide us. References are given. Kindly go through the references if you needed guidance extra, and thanks a lot for the session. We'll meet in the next session, part 2 of the facilities provided by the government for the hearing impaired children. Thanks a lot.